you doing today? I hope that you are doing amazing and fantastic and wonderful. So I am super excited about today's video. Today's video is all about how I annotate cozy mysteries and how I plan on annotating cozy mysteries. So I know annotating books has sort of exploded on Book Talk, and I've been seeing a lot of posts on Instagram and things like that. And so I thought that I would sort of go through how I annotate my cozy mysteries. And I was talking to Spencer from Intentionally Bookish, and she's also going to be recording a video talking about how she annotates. Her and I do a couple of things differently, and we both love cozy mysteries and have cozy mystery book clubs. And so yeah, without further ado, let's jump into this. So I annotate cozy mysteries two different ways. I annotate them on my Kindle, and then I annotate them physically as well, or I have started to annotate them physically. I have been annotating on my Kindle for as long as I've had the cozy mystery book club, our cozy escape book club, because I make the character sheets, right? And I make the discussion questions. And the best way for me to be able to keep up with all of those things is I annotate on my phone. So I'm going to open up the Batter of Life and Death and just sort of show you how I annotate on here. Okay, so we have a Batter of Life and Death, and there are 4 colors that you can annotate with. So if I hover over here, you can annotate with red, blue, yellow, and orange. And for red, I annotate quotes that I like, quotes that I love. With blue, it's like coziness. Yellow is for characters, and orange is for plot and mystery. So as you can see, as I'm flipping through, I've got this highlighted in blue. And what's really, really nice about having these annotations on my Kindle, especially for book club, is the fact that I can go to all of my annotations all at once, and then I can quickly go through all of the characters in the book, or I can go to a color and say, okay, you know, what are some plot points that I want to talk about, things like that. So that's sort of how I do it digitally. I have recently really started getting into annotating physically. So for example, I've got this is a nonfiction book that I'm reading, and I have it sort of tabbed out. This is random tabbing. Like, I'm just like, oh, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. And I bought like these tab sheets on Amazon. I bought a whole entire pack. But then I started thinking and talking with Spencer about like really annotating cozy mysteries physically. And I was like, you know what would be really, really nice is having a annotation bookmark. And cause you know, people put their sort of their key, their code at the front of the book. And I did that with Oxium's End when I was reading it. But I noticed that I was having to stop and go back and remember what color I was using and like what color was what. And so I thought, what more of an easier way than to have the bookmark that's right with you. So I went through a lot of different like types. Like I went through like, this was my very first design of a bookmark for it. And then I was like, no, that's kind of a little too plain. And then I was like, okay, but what about this? And then I was like, but what about people who don't like yellow? And so I just kept going through all of these designs, and I was sending them to Spencer. I was like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And finally, we landed on, I designed this one right here, which I have it printed out in color and I laminated it. And I'm going to be using this, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 themes on here that you can annotate. And I left one open for if you guys want to download it. It'll be in the description down below, but I'll pop it on the screen right here. And so the very first thing that her and I were talking about that we annotate is like super sus. Like, that was suspicious. I am now keeping my eyes on that person, right? Like, they were super suspicious. There's the aha moments, like, oh, I think that's gonna be important. I need to remember that. And then you color code it like that. There's the don't be dumb annotation, which there are some times where our sleuths, you know what I mean? We're just like, why are you the way that you are? Why are you being dumb? Don't do that. We've got tricksy, like tricksy habitses. That's when the red herring or you were tricked by a character or the author, and so there's one for those. There's the daw category, right? Where there's something that warmed your heart while you were reading, or something that's super cute and cozy and you want to remember it. And then there's the who's who. There are some books that just have so many characters to try and keep up with that you don't know who's who. And so there's something that you can do when you want to remember something about a character. And why does it look the way that it does? Is so that you can use your colored tabs, whichever ones you want, and you can put on the bookmark what you want it to be. So for example, maybe I want Don't Be Dumb to be this color. And then you can see these are transparent and you can see what the thing is. And then whenever you're looking at your bookmark, you're like, oh, that's what that's supposed to be. I gave like a really good example on this one. So here's like what all of the highlighted colors would be in that book. And so you could just keep it that way. So that's really fun. I use a lot of different types of items. So I've got like these tabs here. There's notebooks that you can use as well for like any of your in-depth thoughts on what you're doing. I also have my pencil case right here, which if you open it up, it just has like, it has my highlighters and it has like my pencils. And then I have transparent sticky notes. So if you cringe about the idea of writing in your book, you can get out these transparent sticky notes and put them on your book and then write away, write your heart's desire. So I'm really excited to see how this bookmark works. I think that it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, really excited about it. How do you annotate your books? Go over and check out Spencer's video as well. I'm super, super stoked just to see all you guys. Make sure you guys tag me if you use the bookmark, or if you start annotating or you already do annotate your cozy mysteries. I would love to see. But that's the end of this chapter of Courtagonist. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, happy reading. Bye.